after we got the new airship, Falcon, Celeste saw a dove or a pigeon fly by, and she was like, follow that bird! And they're like, why? Like, just trust me, follow it. So we follow it to this town. And this guy mentioned some oddball who came through here saying thou to everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So that's our first... You can collect your party members in almost any order you want, with the exception of the first 3. But they do give you a string of crumbs that lead you from one to the next. So like you find all of them, you find the first 3, and then there's that pigeon which leads you to Cyan, and then he gives you a hint which leads you to, I think, Gao, and then he gives you a hint which leads you to someone, which leads you to someone, and on and on and on. But I said fuck that and got the party members I wanted, and then went and found everybody else. And this old lady is just showing us where in the world some of the old landmarks are. Because, fuck, everything is rearranged.
Just a minute, just contacting Jamie real quick.
Oh, yeah.
We're using Google's app, Allo, as like a messaging.
I've heard about that recently.
It's pretty fun.
And everyone in this town has dialogue which seems to be specifically aimed at Cyan. I just talked to some dancer lady and she's like, everything in your past, your pain, friends, loved ones, you gotta let them go. And everyone's talking about, your past and how it hurts, and that's Cyan's whole deal.
Yeah.
And so the thing is, there was a whole side quest in the World of Balance that I completely ignored, where there's an injured soldier in the town of Mokliz who has you deliver a letter to his girlfriend, and then after certain story beats, she'll have a letter for him, and then he'll have a letter for her, and you can deliver them back and forth. That town was obliterated by Kefka, and yet this girl keeps receiving letters from her boyfriend.
Huh.
And so they're like, what? That doesn't make sense. But they look at the letter, and they're like, oh, that's isn't that Cyan's handwriting?
I imagine his handwriting is written with a feather quill.
Yeah, feather quill, and it's just super big and loopy, but very, very tight, and
it has that little bit of that texture.
Yeah.
It's probably super good.
And so you attach it to... The girl is like, oh, would you mind delivering this letter to my boyfriend for me for no particular reason? And so you do it, and you slap it on this dove, and this dove flies back.
The world's a nightmare, but yeah, I'll go deliver a letter for you.
Yeah. To your boyfriend whom is horribly dead.
So this is just that pigeon showing you where it went. So
Yeah.
Okay, go there next. That's cool.
Exactly.
Imagine as a kid if you just didn't really pay attention to that, it'd make this part of the game so hard.
Oh
fuck, where am I supposed to go now?
Yeah, exactly. And I imagine eventually you'd stumble upon it, but even then you might not know exactly where to go because it's a bit off the beaten path.
At least it was just the same chunk of land, just down a bit.
Yeah, just up and over a bit. And now we're going to go see our old friends, the Liars.
Does the airship land much easier in this game?
A little bit. And then you talk to the dove again, and it flies up there. So it's like, okay, I got to get my ass up there somehow.
So these liars live with ghosts now?
Yeah, they just live with ghosts. That ghost popped up after you got the espers for the first time, and it's like, why don't they tell you about learning magic? And it's like, why are you a ghost? No, seriously, why are you a ghost?
I don't know.
Ooh.
You want to pull my spooky cloth out of my butt cheek?
Why? Why?
Ghosts in this world are weird.
So there's a door you can find in the World of Balance here, which is rusted shut, and you can't interact with it at all. But now, in the World of Ruin, this guy will sell you Rust Aid for 1,000 GP, which is a pittance at this point, and you can use that to dissolve the rust and go through the door.
Rust Aid.
Does
it aid in the rust, or does it...
No one knows. And that takes you back to Mount Zozo, on a part of Mount Zozo that you're unable to get to earlier. And in here, we are going to encounter...
Oh, what the fuck?
It's just a save point.
Oh.
Yeah. It just, for some reason, it has a spotlight all to itself.
Yeah, it made it look like a fucking
Yeah.
stalagmite just shot out of the
Yeah.
ground and got you or something.
And here we're going to encounter the first of the 8 legendary dragons. This one, for some reason, was trapped in a treasure chest.
You just have to catch it as it comes around.
Yeah. These things are motherfuckers. Almost to a dragon. I think one of them isn't terribly hard, but they're all very... Otherwise, they're all very, very difficult. Unless you do Vanish Doom.
It's a lot bigger and more mean looking than I thought based on its little sprite.
I know, right? Has this adorable little dragon sprite, and then you get into the battle, and it's like, oh, you're one of those pteranodons from earlier. And as tough as you are, you can't stand up to this. I promised myself I wouldn't abuse Vanish Doom to get through the story, but for the side content, for these dragons specifically, I said, fuck it.
Yeah,
Fuck it. I want them dragons dead.
I saw the red dragon in Breath of the Wild way up in the air, and I was like, how the fuck?
There are tools that you'll find which will allow you to get vertical.
Yeah, cool.
with some ease.
I was like, fuck, I wanna do those things where you bring the scales to the shrine, or not maybe the statues, I don't remember.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's shrines of power, wisdom, and courage. I came across one of those shrines, and I haven't interacted with any of them at all. I need to, even though I've beaten the game, I want to go back and just do stuff, but for whatever reason, I'm like, I'm fine.
I love, though, the fact that there's still so much left in that world.
There's so much left.
Like, you beat it, but it's like, there's still so much shit you can do.
And there's... So, what we're reading right now is the letter that Cyan has written to that lady. Like, your boyfriend died. I shouldn't have done all of this. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. And this chest is locked. You can go on a side quest to unlock that chest, but it's pointless.
What's in it?
It contains technical manual, and I think engineering manual. There are 2 books on engineering that Cyan reads, but they don't do anything in-game. They're just key items that sit there.
Cyan, you can't keep leading this lady on. It's kind of fucked up.
I know, but I get off on it. It's my one vice. I know I'm a proud knight, but come on. I think he just stands on top of this mountain reciting poetry into the morning mist.
This doesn't sound so bad.
No, not at all.
At least you still got grass up there.
Yeah.
Hey, you're alive? That's it? That's what we get after a year?
Yeah, pretty much. I've just been standing up here jerking it. I kind of forgot what it's like to talk to people.
It's like to shoot it off this cliff.
Just watch it go. I play a game. I see how far I can get it out.
Don't know what's down there.
Just really angry hermit. Just Ultros.
Is he cleaning up real quick?
Yeah. He's all embarrassed because he realized that we saw all these flowers, it's explained, are actually hand-folded from silk. And they're like, oh, Cyan's really talented.
He's like, oh shit, gotta
Yeah.
Clean up my cave.
Yeah. Clean up my man cave. It's almost as if they put the chest there to act as a prop to get her a little more vertical to find the flowers, but then like, we should put something in it. This is an outrage!
Don't be ashamed of your flowers, Cyan. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. The facepalm.
Yeah. Is that unique? I don't
remember seeing it before.
Like, there was a lot of depth to it. Like,
Yeah.
the leg, like it was like a hip popped, her leg was back. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. I would like to look at the data of all the different sprites in this game, because I imagine there are many that I've just never seen. Because it seems like they made really complex sprites for very specific situations like that. Where it's like, okay, this is the only moment in the game where a character is going to facepalm. So whomever you have as your lead is going to be the one sprite you get to see of that.
Even the male characters have a real strong contrapposto. And
Yeah. So right here, he says, I bumped into Sir Gao. I bet he went to the Veld. It's like, you want to get Gao back in your party? No. No, I don't. I want Terra, the hard ass. I want Moogle. I want Mog, the murderer.
Yeah. Gao's probably just like running around with vampiric plants.
Mm-hmm. This weird foot peninsula.
It's got extra toes because, well, shit got weird.
Real weird. Radiation does things to a genome.
That is weird.
Yeah. And so, now that you have the airship, you're able to go back and complete Terra's side quest. If you hadn't come here before, what you can do is come here, do the first part, leave the town, come back, immediately do the second part. Even though at the end of the first part, Terra is injured and conflicted.
And I think today, Jamie and I are gonna go to a record shop, go shopping for some records.
Cool.
Because I'm like, I got a handful that I like, but Jamie doesn't have any. I'm like, you need to get some stuff that you want to put on and listen to.
Definitely.
Or else it's just gonna be me listening to my shit.
Yeah. I need to find some more as well.
Yeah.
I love the ones that I have, but I'd like to see if I can find any more by A, other artists that I enjoy, and B, more by the artists that I already have. Man, can I find Night Wishes once on LP? I bet I can't.
Yeah, I want to find, I just want cool, like, rock and roll albums. Like, that's all I want.
Yeah.
And just put, I guess, well, no shit, Kurt, because that's all you fucking listen to. But,
Yeah.
but, like, old rock, like, just maybe, like, I want to find, like, some Little Richard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So when we first came here, there were two older kids who must have just been, like, young adults. There's that girl, Katrin, who I think has a unique sprite, and then Dwayne, who just has a male adult sprite. But basically, they've been fucking hardcore since the world ended, as you would. And now she's pregnant. And she's like, I don't know if I can bring a kid into this world. And Dwayne is, like, probably 17 or 18, so he doesn't know how to handle being a dad.
I guess you should have thought of that, children.
Yeah. Probably should have just done, like, butt and mouth stuff.
It's like, you could just pull out. It's not the best thing to do. I mean, I'm sure you guys don't have contraceptive, but hey, you should have thought about this, right? You can't bring a kid in this world. You have holes in your house. And not where they're supposed to be.
There's just big monsters walking around.
Case in point.
Phunbaba is back. That's right, I'm back. This time it's for real. Oh, not really.
Shit, you got more?
Yeah. Phunbaba is weak to poison, and Sabin's most powerful weapon right now is Poison Claw, of which I've equipped him with 2. So Sabin just tears him apart. Yeah. It's one of those rare moments where you just happen to be equipped to take advantage of an opponent's elemental weakness.
That always feels
and you
so
just
good.
Fucking cackle to yourself. Unfortunately, when you defeat him in this first phase, he uses Phunbaba Breath to knock 2 of your party members away, one of which was Sabin. Leave me with Setzer, whom sucks. Rather, who sucks? Whom? Setzer sucks.
Yeah.
Either way.
I've come to terms with the fact that I'll never use whom. I don't know. I guess you use it if you could have said him, then you'd say whom.
Not the Onion. The Oatmeal did a whole comic a while back on when to use who and whom, and at the conclusion of that, he's like, they're still basically interchangeable though.
Yeah.
Like, using whom just makes you sound fancy, and if you can use it properly, then fine, but saying who still works. So, fuck it.
In Stephen King's memoir, he's talking about the tools of writing and vocabularies, a big one. And he was like, don't ever try to pretty something up if it's unnatural for you.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna sound stupid. Just like putting a dress on a dog, and so, you just be embarrassed. Like, the dog will be embarrassed. You ought to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, you know what? Whom isn't something that I say. So
Yeah.
if I were to put it in my writing or try to say it, it would sound really weird. So I'll just not say it.
So Terra is permanently in her Esper form right now, and if she has Bio, it just fucking destroys Phunbaba.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus Christ! I love Bio over Poison, because Bio deals direct damage with a chance of poisoning.
Yeah.
It's like, I never realized that that's how poison works in Final Fantasy VII until I played it just this last time, and then I was using Bio all the time.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just try using this with, like, you know, added effect on a weapon. And because I had it in my inventory, I'm like, I may as well see if this boss, you know, can be poisoned. And then I just use it on them, like, oh wait, that did direct damage?
Yeah.
Because the problem, I've mentioned this before, but the problem with status affecting magic in Final Fantasy style RPGs is that status ailments take time to pay dividends, and usually a fight is over before they pay off that dividend, and it's more valuable to you to just deal damage right away. And Terra was just flying.
Yeah, that's
and,
cool.
Yeah. And everyone's all terrified.
I'm
'cause
always
look at her.
afraid.
Yeah, yeah. I know, right? Jesus Christ.
I'm afraid. I'm always afraid. Well, then I guess shut up, kid.
That was like an 8-year-old saying, I'm always afraid. And then finally one was like, Mama? Is that you? You're super hot and cool looking.
I guess when I said afraid, I really meant I don't know what to do with this. And then it's just the dog floating in front of the kid. Pans down to the dog.
Oh, man. And the dog always has to bark.
And has a real serious look on his face.
Yeah.
You're so cool now. I'm always afraid.
No, I was always afraid even before the world ended. The world ending certainly didn't do anything for my constant fear and anxiety, I have to admit. And now Terra has found love.
In the most unlikely of places, in the fucking ruined world,
Yeah.
surrounded by children, one of which who's always afraid.
Kids, because I love you, I'm gonna go kick some serious ass for you. That's what it means to love. I mean, kind of, I guess. Kids, because I love you, I'm gonna go charge headlong into the God King's domain to kick his dick.
Right in.
Kick his dick in, Mom! Kick it hard for me!
As Phunbaba's carrying a kid away, that's why his voice is going away. Oh my god.
Take you to my buddy Rawhead Rex.
Oh no.
No!
Now I must go to war.
Yeah, basically.
Oh fuck.
Well, that's done.
Let's go to war, kids.